You're gonna stick on this wall, and you're not gonna fucking move. Fuck! When you're actually drawing them on.
Samantha's pyramid.
So if you want to understand the zombie storyline, watch his video called Zombies Oversimplified. That's what I watched. I watched that video and suddenly liked all the weird alien shit.
Yo, dog, what's going on? Yeah, we gonna get us
I was
some
faster
water
over
today.
As my good friend Jordan Peterson tells me, life is naturally hierarchical. You have the people at the top and people at the bottom. So what I've done here is I've taken the liberty of creating a power pyramid. Now you might have seen this sort of concept in like, various situations. So like material power and, caste systems, but from my knowledge, nobody has created a power pyramid where the x-axis, this is a y-axis, where the y-axis is children.
Oh, that's actually really fucked up.
At the bottom of the pyramid, we have people with no power at all. These being people with like no young harams. And at the top of the pyramid, we have people who are getting, they have all the power and they're getting all the preteen pussy.
When 15-year-olds do the Belle Delphine face to me.
Bottom of the pyramid, bam! Working class men in healthy, legal relationships. These are people who get no preteen pussy, and it really fucking shows. These are sort of people who don't commit any crimes. They just get on with their life. They have a normal relationship of age. They pay their taxes. They get involved in community projects. They're just generally upstanding, normal people. It's fucking pathetic. The working class white man is basically untouchable. As a powerful person myself, I would never be caught dead respecting a member of the working or middle class. Being involved with these people is basically a death sentence if you ever want to have any semblance of soft power. These people, however, they do have one thing going for them, and like I said, that is because they are in a normal relationship, which puts them actually on the pyramid of power. There is one level below working class men. The next level of the pyramid is for people who have groomed maybe like 1 or 2 children, but they still could get in trouble with the law if they're found out. I would encapsulate this level with 20-something band guys. They're not all that successful. They run like a garage band, but they do have a girlfriend in high school, which puts them above these people. You can swap out this level with other contemporary figures, so like Discord mods or like people who use reddit.com, but I chose band guys because I think they're sort of the top of this caste. Maybe you know a couple 26-year-old band guys you dated when you were 15. I know most girls I've dated have been involved with a band guy when they were underage. Leave in the comment section below if you ever got groomed as a kid by a band guy.
Were you ever groomed as a child?
What?
Were you ever groomed as a child?
I don't think we should talk about that.
Oh my god, I just want my 15-year-old Ramona Flowers, please, God!
The next level is for people who have groomed, not a massive amount of kids, but a fair amount of kids. But what puts them above the band guy is that they have power and responsibility. They are essentially respected members of society. I'd say this changes depending on the society that you're in, but depending on how secular your society is, it could either be encapsulated by public service workers or priests. A lot of people don't know this, a lot of people don't give teachers love, that they all focus on the Catholic Church, but in actuality, teachers commit a lot more child sex crime in Western countries than priests, so thank you to all our teachers. Keep sending your children to public school, by the way. Very important, vital, formulative experience for them to be groomed by the gym teacher.
Did you go to public school?
Public sector workers as well get away with a lot of displays of hard power also. The statistic is like almost 40% of policemen commit domestic abuse against their spouses. Policemen aren't known for committing that much like child abuse, I guess. In my country specifically, they are known for letting thousands of young underage girls get groomed by foreign gangs to such a degree that it's basically cliche to talk about it. So that being said, I'll just put this right up here. The top of the pyramid where I believe minorities belong. Now, from now on, we're getting into the upper echelons of society, the creme de la creme. This is like the difference between ordering your cheese pizza from like a Turkish place or a restaurant in Washington DC. These are the sort of people that they can groom and get away with it. Next level, I'd say internet entertainers. This is for all of your YouTube groomers. You've got all your classic YouTube pedophiles here, all the faces you know and love, even some new ones too.
Bruh.
YouTube and pedophilia really just go hand in hand. I believe that if you describe yourself as a YouTuber, unironically, you probably need your hard drive checked.
How long have you had your YouTube?
Okay, right, seriously, if you're gonna keep doing this, I'm not letting you be my cameraman anymore. You'd think it would be easy. Just don't talk to underage fans. Just don't try and sex up 15-year-olds, but no, apparently not. If you're at this level, I'd say you're looking at grooming like a potentially unlimited amount of underage girls, but realistically, because you're directly accountable to an audience, maybe you're looking at about 16, which is ironic, right? The next level of the pyramid, obviously, who else could it be but the Hollywood. How could it not be these guys? A couple of years ago, if you said that the most powerful people on the planet operate in like child sex rings, people would look at you as a conspiracy theorist, but now they just openly do it and no one cares. The only thing we can do is just literally laugh about it. But last year you had that whole Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself thing. And he obviously didn't. And when you point out that fishy thing they did, literally killing one of their accomplices in cold blood, they turn us pointing it out into a joke. A dead one at that. Everyone knows what they did. Everyone knows what's happening. And it doesn't really matter if we know. Because no matter how much we protest, mask off, we're just slaves. Well, like cattle. It doesn't really matter if we know these things. The law, it applies to us. It doesn't apply to them. But at least with Hollywood, I guess you can like stop watching their films or whatever. The Disney Corporation is really gonna miss your cinema ticket, I assure you, which puts them a step below the real top of the pyramid, which I've just labelled world elites. These are the sort of people that are just basically completely unaccountable. I started off this video saying that we had just had an election where both of the candidates were basically open nonsense, and they still got more votes than any candidate in any presidential election ever. You know, and what does that say about us? A white chick says the N-word on Twitter, we're able to move mountains to make sure everything negative happens to her bar death. But when it comes to our leaders, we just can't wait to pick which paedophile we're gonna give access to nuclear weaponry. And you wanna know what's completely fucked? Me making this sort of video, a video that is supposed to point out how ridiculous all this shit is guaranteed to get more flack than the people who actually engage in this activity. I might get my platform deleted for making this video, I might lose my job, I might get arrested, and these people who actually engage in the activity, they won't. And the reason why is because it's painful in the mind of the powerless when you point out these sort of contradictions. We follow their laws, we pay their taxes, and we live in the consequence of the system that they have built. Meanwhile, they don't follow the law, they don't pay taxes, and they live in completely wealthy bubbles, completely free of the consequences of the system they built. Just a reminder, the law is supposed to be an arbiter of our will, and if it isn't being enforced, why have the middleman at all?